thing that I've been speaking to Brian and Barbara about is the stance on immigration. Now, I've always said publicly that I believe that we need to have a fair system that treats everyone equally. At the moment, EU nationals are treated preferably because of free movement of people over and above talented people in the rest of the world. And so we absolutely need to have an honest conversation and look at that. But there are other issues too, and Barbara, reflects a lot of the opinion of a lot of people. Barbara, what's your take on the whole immigration debate, and where do you stand? I know you sort of say you get the feeling that people are calling us racists, but do you want to clarify what the position is from your perspective?
It's about looking after the people that are here, regardless of race, creed, colour, everything. Looking after the people that are here. For instance, you're having to build thousands of new houses. Everybody in those houses has got a car. And the roads are blocked. There's congestion everywhere. It's unpleasant. If you want to go out for the day, you have to go the day before, have the day there and come back the day after because you can't get there. There's too many people on the roads, there's too many people in the shops. You can't get an appointment at the doctor.
So your and we've discussed this before. So your strong view, and I think it's sensible, is that first of all we got to invest in better infrastructure.
Exactly.
For our existing population, and there's always going to be immigration, and that's a good thing. We need immigration.
Yes, we do.
So why do people have this idea that the Brexit Party are some sort of anti-immigrant racist party? I mean, is that your view? I mean, what's your take on it?
The view is that you need to look after the people that are here. You need to let them have a reasonable life. You have to look after them where you've got the health services blocked because there's too many people need to use it and not enough people to look after it. You've got roads and infrastructure that's blocked. Your children can't get a place at school because there isn't enough spaces. You've got to look after the people that are here. That means everybody that's here. It's not being racist at all.
So this is about improving the quality of life.
That's it. Fabulous. Thank you. That's exactly what I was trying to get at. It's about the quality of life that the people living here currently haven't got anymore.
Yeah. And so then, in that context, there's two challenges that we've got as a party, I'd say, and tell me if you disagree with this. One is we've got to look at much better investment, smarter investment in schools, in hospitals to support the rising population.
Yeah.
And the population's rising globally. But also, we've got to be smart about immigration policy itself.
Yes.
Right? And not be afraid to talk about it.
Yes.
And we've got to kind of make sure that, we manage this country in a way which works for its whole population, whatever your background.
Absolutely. The sort of story about immigrants come here and they don't work is nonsense. They do work, and they work hard, and they're needed. But they also want to have a reasonable life, and they can't have a reasonable life if there's no room and there's no... sorry, I can't think of the word. Yeah, well, yes, exactly. You can't have a reasonable life if if you're not well and you've got to wait for 3 weeks to see a doctor or die, please yourself one way or the other, or you've got to wait in A&E for 6 hours to get seen and all that. And you don't have a place for your children in schools. And because the classes are so huge, your children are not getting the best education either. Classes in school should be 20 and they're 40 and more.
Yeah.
It needs to be sorted so that everybody, whoever's here currently, is getting a reasonable life.
Barbara, thank you. And let me add to that, actually. And, as someone who's grown up in Ilford South, I went to school in Goodmayes Primary School. I went to school in Mayfield in my local area. I strongly, as someone from a working class family background, had to rely on state education. And fundamentally, we need to improve the quality of state education, to move more of the population forward and progress in life. I've been very lucky. I went to a school, actually, of which only 20% of its students got 4 GCSEs at grade C and above. And I was one of those people who got 10 GCSEs. And it's thanks to the values that my parents gave to me that I worked hard. But we've got to translate that into a general, kind of approach to learning. We've got to look at state school education more closely and make sure our state school system is not at a disadvantage to the private school. And that means more investment. It means more infrastructure. We need better hospitals and better care. And, while it's good that the public are talking about it, we've got to talk about it in the context of immigration as well, and how we manage the existing population and how we go forward. This is not about, racism. And let me be clear, it's got nothing to do with that. This is about moving the country in a sensible, smart way that is sustainable. And that's what the Brexit Party are all about. Thank you.